Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. We begin today's video in Kissimmee, Florida, Highway 192. I'm inviting you guys to join me for a journey back to my own personal, how do you say this? Let's go down memory lane right here in Kissimmee, Florida. I am Tampa J. I've lived in Florida 21 years, but prior to doing so, my family vacationed to Florida all the way through the 90s. First trip was right here to Kissimmee in 1993. We stayed at motels along 192, this legendary attractions highway, for all of those trips, beginning in 1993, all the way up into the early 2000s. In 2004, we actually moved to Florida. But every spring break, sometimes Christmas break, sometimes in the summer, we would come right here to Kissimmee, because my very first trip to Universal Studios and Walt Disney World was on that same trip in 1993. One of my favorite things to do right here on Highway 192, my dad, especially my dad, loved Old Town USA. And I have a lot of memories at Old Town USA. It's one of my favorites, and I haven't been there in a few years. And today I have with me some family photos of Old Town that were taken by my dad and my mom and myself upon that very first visit to Old Town USA in 1993. Also, I have photos from other trips too, all the way into the 2000s with me. So this is going to be a trip down memory lane. Me, myself, Tampa J, and his 90s memories and family photos. We're gonna go have fun over there. It's been a couple years since I've been to Old Town. I can't believe I haven't been there. It's one of my favorite places. Also, my fiance, Chris the girl, grew up right here in Kissimmee, and she went to Old Town, and she was actually in Kissimmee as I was when I was a little kid. Little did we know fate would bring us together all these years later in Florida. But she's got a lot of memories around here as well. I'm gonna be meeting up with Chris at Magic Kingdom later. She's making a video over there. I might get some of that in the video, depends on how long I go. I wanted to start here because upon that very first trip in 1993, we went to Kissimmee go-karts. Go-karts were a huge thing back in the 90s, and they still are here on 192 today, just not as many of these locations as there once was. But this is one of the originals, and this place has not changed in 30-something years, almost 30 years. But first, I want to walk over here and show you something. All right, this video begins. There's much ahead. Now, Kissimmee is no longer what it used to be, but still marked the attractions markers all the way down Earl Bronson 192. This is marker 13. Check this out. I remember this in the late 90s. This used to be a year-round haunted attraction. It looks like a castle. This was actually called the Haunted Mansion. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Creature feature. I wish I would have walked through that haunted house. If you've walked through it, let me know. Comment below. What was that like? I remember it saying the Haunted Mansion right here over the gate door. This sits right next to Kissimmee go-karts. Now, something I want to talk about later in Old Town is my very first haunted attraction experience. That's right. So this is 4710 Highway 192. Most recently, I think it was a church. It still is. It actually might be sitting vacant right now. All right, it doesn't open till noon. I am here at 9 o'clock in the morning, but maybe I can peek over the fence. I do remember coming here with my family and riding the go-karts, just a classic go-kart attraction. There actually used to be well, I think there still is at Fun Spot, but there used to be a go-kart attraction out front of Old Town back in the early 2000s. That's long gone. It's cool that they have gator encounters here. I didn't know that. I'll have to come back and check that out. So it doesn't open up till noon. Oh my gosh. Dude, this has not changed. I remember my brother going around this kiddie track right here. That's amazing. This place has not changed, and over here is the main course. This is the course I would have went around with my dad. When I told Chris the girl, my fiance, I was coming here, she confirmed that she used to come here with her family back in the 90s as well. Look at that. It was fate, babe. This track is not changed. This is one of the oldest go-kart attractions, longest running in Kissimmee. It might be the oldest. If you know of any older ones, let me know. Those are probably the same cars. They just change out the motors. This place doesn't open up till noon. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to start early. If you get on I-4 very early coming across the state, it is more beneficial to get here because it only took me like an hour to get here from the Tampa Bay area. No traffic. You got to know how to use I-4. You got to get up before the break of dawn. I hope to come back someday and just actually ride the go-karts. That would be sweet. And here it is, marker number 9 on Highway 192, Old Town, USA. Look at that, Morton Manor Haunted House was just up there on the marquee. This is incredible. So yes, Old Town, USA, its full name, opened in 1986. It's about to celebrate 40 years next year. Here we go, through the gates, gonna find parking. And it begins here with Checkers. This Checkers right here was the very first Checkers I ever ate at. We used to stop here upon every visit to Old Town, including the first visit. Now the first picture I have with me was taken right here from the Checkers parking lot. Things look very different. Now there used to be a Ferris wheel here, but not this one. This one came sometime within the last 15 years. Also, that Shoney's was built in the last 5 or 6 years. I haven't been here since the Shoney's was here. This is the entrance to Old Town, USA. Right there, behind this newer building, is the main strip. I want to show you this photo here. Check this out. That's the original sign to Old Town. And you can see the median here. You can match up the perspective then and now the location. There's a Ferris wheel there, which I rode. And right there in the corner is Little Darlin's Rock and Roll Palace. Now, I never went inside there, but I heard great things about it. But this, here you go, was right here. Gotta move over a little to the left. But the curb, I believe, right here out in the middle, between the newer sign, is the same curb you see in this photo. Little Darlin's would have been a little closer to the curb and the original Ferris wheel. Right there. There's a picture of the original Ferris wheel at Old Town and the original sign. Really glad that my dad took that, and he took it from right here. We were eating on these picnic tables. The Checkers fries, man, those are my absolute favorite, and I think that's what my family enjoyed the most. We would come back here upon every visit to Kissimmee before we went into Old Town and got Checkers, and I might do that today before I leave. Check this out. You got the Vomitron up here. I can't remember the last time I ate at a Shoney's. I used to go there with my grandpa when I was a kid. It's really cool they're coming back. I noticed we were just up in Pigeon Forge area, Tennessee, and they had a crap load of Shoney's. Like, they're everywhere up there. They may even be from there. Old Town technically doesn't start opening up until about 11 o'clock. They've got this bungee thing here. I remember when they used to have a bungee jump platform here where you bungee jumped from like way up. Who remembers the bungee jump attraction? That sat right here next to Vomitron. Actually, it used to sit in its place. I'm very lucky that my dad took all these photos. I'm very happy to show you. Now, I think this was a couple years later. I'm a little older in this picture, but this is an example of the type of motel we would stay at here on 192. This may actually be the Howard Johnson, which is just a stone's throw away from here. It's not a Howard Johnson anymore, but there's my brother. I think my dad took this because we were out all day at Universal Studios and we just crashed when we got back to the motel. You can definitely tell it's 90s there, early 90s. Okay, so I'm back in the car. I'm gonna go find parking, the Old Town parking slash the Fun Spot. Fun Spot did not get here until like, I think the late 2000s. That wasn't always a thing here. I remember eating at the Nathan's hot dogs a few years back. I used to stay right across the street a lot back when I first started my channel at the Motel 6, specifically when I made weekends here in Orlando, Kissimmee, going to the theme parks. Right there is the main thoroughfare. That's where it used to begin. We're gonna get out, find parking, get out, and come back and start right there. Also, this restaurant right here used to be Damon's Sports Bar, and my dad loved going in there. I think I may have a picture in there, not with me, but we used to go to Damon's right there. And also the original Flippers Pizza. I believe it's the original. It's definitely been here for 30 years. My parents used to love to come up to Flippers, get some pizza and eat right outside here. Get here early in the morning, you got plenty of options, but it does get crazy here. They run out of parking. All right, so here we are. It begins here, where Old Town begins. Shops and stores. I look forward to showing you some of the original stores that are still here and going. There's a lot, actually. Specifically Old Town Leather, right down there. Oh, it's like a little photo shoot going on over here. Groovy, although it's not an original store. I remember Groovy being here 10 years ago. The first stop, not open yet, is Old Town Leather. And Old Town Leather is one of the original stores. And I remember visiting it for the first time. You'll never forget that smell of leather. When you walk back in, you remember, it takes you back. It has not changed in all these years. Not opened up yet. I am here very early. Just primarily wanted to show you, walk around and match up these photos. But if it opens up, if I'm still here, we'll take a look in there. I remember in the mid-2000s, right here, there was a mechanical bull pop-up attraction. And I remember riding the mechanical bull out here. Actually, it was like right here in this spot. Now this is the Old Town USA stage. I've seen a lot of performances up here, a lot of bands. They have pretty much nightly, specifically on the weekends when they have the Old Town car shows. They got live music out here. Tickets, $39. What's the catch? There's always a catch. I love that they have the old school Universal Studios Florida logo there. That's from the 2000s. Also, the old Walt Disney World, and SeaWorld really hasn't changed their logo. You've got Disney gifts. You've got Auntie Anne's, of course. You got to have those pretzels. Oh yeah, those smell good. And this shop right here, Wooden, is one of the originals as well. They have not changed the color of these buildings. They just keep repainting them. Wound and around, awaken the memory. Just be dirty. Now that's a shirt. I should buy that. Would I wear that? Maybe. If you didn't get dirty, you didn't have fun. Okay. I think I agree with that. All right, folks, so I have whipped out a few family photos right here. Present day homemade ice cream. It's an ice cream store. Sweet Dreams Cafe, right there is the name. Current name of this location. Right here in my hand, I believe, and I will wait till they open up to confirm, but I believe right here is a picture taken of this entryway back in 1993. I know it was taken in 93. Notice inside you see that jukebox. So this was the Cadillac Diner. And my next photo here, there was a Cadillac inside, a pink Cadillac that you could sit inside and eat. And there is myself next to that jukebox driving, and that's my little brother. Shout out to Orlando J right there. We're inside of that Cadillac, inside of this building back in 1993. Those are the doors right there. Now things have changed. You got to use your imagination. It was a double door back then. Right now there is a double door there, but they're two different doors. I believe this is it. My mission today is to go inside here. I think I remember sharing the jukebox. I found that jukebox somewhere here in Old Town. Also, I want to see if I can find this car. I don't think the car is still in there, but it might be one of the cars inside of Wound and Around, or there's another shop down the street here it might be in. I think that car is still here, but this was definitely taken by my dad right here in Old Town back in 1993. Pretty cool then and now photo matchups, the Cadillac Diner. We thought it was really cool. Here you go, I'm recreating the shot. My dad would have took it about right here of the front door. The windows, oh yeah, see the window matches up. The curve before the door right here. There you go, check out the window. Boom, 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 boom. The doors changed, the colors changed, but this used to be the old Cadillac Diner at Old Town. At least 1993. I'm sure it was here for a while. They still have cars you can eat in though. Wow, look at those hot rods. That's cool. Okay, I've been excited to share this. All right, so remember when I said I was going to show you the very first haunted house as far as year-round haunted attractions I ever walked through? Well, here you go. Here's the picture taken by my dad back in 1993 right here in Old Town. This might look familiar to you. I'm standing in front of it, present day. Right there, posted up. I'll show you the spot in just a second today, but that's me. And then my mom and my brother are right there next to me, standing in front of Florida's only year-round haunted house attraction. Here, I'll come back to the photo, but here you go today. Welcome to Morden Manor. Ha 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 ha. I was standing, hold on, right here. Coming down. Right here. 32 years ago, my dad over here in this vicinity. That tree was not that tall then. May have not even been there. But I was standing right here in this photo. And I cherish this. Haunts on, baby. Very first haunted house walkthrough as far as full-time, full-blown, year-round haunted house attraction. The very first haunted house I actually walked through was a makeshift community haunted house on Halloween in Strawn, Indiana, off of State Road 40, and that was pretty terrifying. And I remember walking through this with my brother. We were terrified. We did it a few times over the years. He didn't do it that day. He was a little younger, but this is the first one. Present day Morden Manor will be opening up very shortly. Now, this was not always called Morden Manor. It was just called, in the picture it says Haunted House at Old Town. That's really neat. You can see it. You gotta zoom in there. I don't know if you can make it out, but it says Haunted House at Old Town over that door, which is this door right here. Things have changed. They've got bat wings, a little Instagram photo opportunity now. And if you're looking for the Haunted House at Old Town, it is in the second block across from the As Seen on TV store. One of the original stores here at Old Town, established in 1986, the Team store. I know I've been in here, specifically on that day back in 1993. My dad saw some Steelers stuff in there and we went right in. Here is the original Team's official licensed merchandise sign. And notice on the basketball jersey, it says 86. That's freaking awesome. I've never noticed that before. Holy freaking wow. There is my dad's and myself's all-time favorite baseball player, Roberto Clemente. That's an awesome jersey. And there's a hat. I think we may have actually bought something Clemente in this store. I know we have a lot of that stuff at home. Either bought it here or Pittsburgh. This is classic. No one around. Early in the morning on this Sunday. Now that is cool. I remember this clock always being here. There's the time. 10 minutes before 10. I just want to thank you all for joining me. The other day I announced that in a couple weeks I will be kicking my job, doing this full time. The amount of positive energy that was sent my way after I made that announcement was mind-blowing. Blew me off my feet, guys. Thank you for being so sweet to me. Thank you for making all of this possible. I'm gonna hit the ground running with this channel full time. I got some things I got to settle with work. I've got some plans coming up, some travel. But once I've squared away my job and I'm hitting it full time, I'll let you guys know, give you an update. But I just want to thank everyone so much for commenting and encouraging me. Appreciate you guys. Much ahead. Now, over here, the A&W root beer. Oh man, that came sometime, and I believe in the late 90s. I think that may have been here in 93. I do remember eating here quite a bit and getting the root beer on tap, which I still think you can do in the frosty mug. I want to point out that this bridge up here, and I think it was either up there. No, wait. I think it was maybe over here. Oh yeah. This is the old Discovery Zone. Who remembers Discovery Zone? DZ at Discovery Zone, where I can be a kid on my own. Okay, that's an old jingle from the 90s, and you 90s kids will remember it. There used to be a Discovery Zone out here. I confirmed it with my fiance, Chris the girl, who also used to grow up coming here. I've got a picture of some of the tunnels right here in this bag. All right, here you go. Taken at Old Town, 1993. I think this was taken through the glass. You see the burst there? I don't know if we actually went to Discovery Zone here. I don't remember that, but I did go back in the east side of Indianapolis. That was my Discovery Zone on 40. Or, yeah, on 40, Washington Avenue. That's my Discovery Zone. But this photo was taken somewhere, I remember, right here in this area. That's the old arcade. I can't wait for that to open up. That's one of the original attractions. I remember this walkway. I think this A&W root beer, I don't think this was here in 93. I think it came later. I think this actually used to be Discovery Zone. And I think this photo was taken somewhere in one of these windows. I need your help on this one, kids. Comment below. Where was the entrance to Discovery Zone here at Old Town? I believe it was like right here or right here, because the arcade has always been here. Can't wait for that to open up. And this over here, that's still the arcade. I think that tattoo place has always been here. I think this photo was taken in one of these windows right here in front of me. Yeah, there was a Discovery Zone right here at Old Town back in the day, back in the 90s. You may remember it. I do. The Rootin' and Tootin's Shooting Gallery is open. They got the music going. Almost forgot this was here. Man, I missed the shooting gallery at Magic Kingdom. Check it out, you got the pistols. All right, it's 1 game for $2, 3 games for $5. We might just do one, and look, let's do it. Yeah. I got the chicken.
Goodness gracious, look at my shining rims.
That's hilarious.
Go around here, it's like a car show every day.
I just like killing the chickens. Dance. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Oh, cool. Let's try the skunk here. Oh, I'm out. All right, that was 1 game. Let's do the skunk. That's hilarious. All right, here, let's do the sneakers or the boots. All right, cowboy hat. All right. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see what this does. Oh, all right, this is the best yet so far. I can't believe this is open this early. It's my last game.
Hey, bro, if you can't catch a wave, try catching my drift.
Oh, that's
dude, get him a body bag. Yeah.
Oh man, is that a Karate Kid quote? I'm gonna do the water tower up here. Oh wow. I think that's all it does. Let's see what this does. Whoa. Look away. Also, we got like vending machines over here. Check this relic out. Who remembers this? It's a grip tester. Also, it's the magic hat from Harry Potter. Whoa. Gotta get you again. I'm just gonna shoot this truck all day. Another beer can over there. Woo! All right, now let's do it. Let's make it all go off. Get it all going. That was it. That was it. 1,400. I don't even know if that's good, but I did it. I'm out. This place is original and has not changed. Welcome to the Portrait Gallery. Now, when it opens up, my mission is to go in here and see if some of the original props that we have in our photos that were taken here back in 1998 are still inside. I just want to walk up here and show you. Also put the pictures in the screen eventually. But this is one of the original Old Town USA attractions. And it was somewhere else before 1986, because it says right up here, I didn't know this, recreating 1877 since 1977. So this company has been around a long time. And I've said this on my journeys over the years. Every time I see like an old-timey like photo spot, there has never been a place I've seen that is more authentic than this one here in Old Town. It is well done. The props are of the times. Oh, look at that. That's the same spot that I took a photo with my family. This is so realistic, and they actually use real weapons, and I think they still do. I have made a ton of memories here, not just back in the 90s with my family, but with my friends, specifically thinking of Sploor and Ryan, Greg's Game Room, Adam the Woo. He's always up here. I've been to a couple car shows up here with those guys. just a great place. Every time I come here, just such a great feeling. I think this is the earliest I've ever been here. Right up here to the right, actually right here, there used to be a magic show. And I remember right here out in front of this building, and I have a picture of it, there was a magic show in the street. And yes, me and my brother sat down and watched it. All right, here it is. Okay, magician on that block there doing his magic. Everyone's out here, and just like they set up just chairs in the middle of the street out here, just folding chairs. My brother and I right there in the front row. Let's see if I can get us right there. Yeah, right there. I'm wearing that purple jacket. He's wearing the blue jacket. That's us. Dad's taking the picture across the way. Mom's actually over here sitting next to some stranger. I don't know who that is next to them. Maybe one of the other parents. But I believe this was taken right here in front of this building on the 4th block of Old Town. Things have changed. There definitely was an upper level in this photo. You can see the guardrail up there. Ooh, I'm starting to think this might be, there used to be a magic show here recently. I just assumed it was right here, but this might be in a different location. All right, I gotta walk back and make sure. Match up these windows in the background. They look a little different. Check out Mickey and Minnie right here. It's a giant wine barrel, I believe, they've used for the entrance to this suite here at 408. This is the Extreme Woodcrafts gift shop. Oh yeah, I've definitely been in there. As I'm walking back to match up the photo, I have to mention this store right here. This is one of the original stores. This is a really cool store. This is the first time I've ever been inside a store like that. Back in '93, this is the Black Market Mineral Shop. A lot of crystals, salt rocks, and there's always been, right out here, this is part of Black Minerals, a little panning for gold attraction. And you can ask Greg from Greg's Game Room. I may or may have not drank from that right there. Don't dare me 3 times. Do never triple dog dare me, because I will drink whatever. This has been here for a long time. This petrified wood is over 80 million years old. It's definitely hard as a rock. That's pretty amazing. Oh man, I totally forgot this was here. It's always been here, right in front of Black Market Minerals. Black Market Minerals. Don't say that too fast, it won't come out right. All right, I solved this mystery. Just right here, I stepped back and I looked over. This magic show was actually going down right over here. So I don't think all of this petrified wood used to be here. Maybe you weren't here. Maybe this looks newer. I think there was an older mineral attraction here, but because of the window patterns, I have determined that this magic show happening right here, yours truly watching it back in '93, happened right here on the south side or north side. No, wait. East, no, wait. North, where am I? North side of Black Market Minerals. Now the windows to the left have changed. They are now flat with the building, but they did kind of like, they kind of went in like the windows we saw earlier at the Cadillac diner. And then there's one door behind the magician right there, and there was a plaque that had a bunch of sponsors, and also there was a couple windows to the right. And right here, I'm matching it up, there's that one door, the windows that have changed, that's where that sponsor plaque was, and that's how I matched this up. So yeah, this happened right here in this spot 32 years ago. I believe we were at Magic Kingdom that day, and we came up here for the first time. I found it. Lights are on in Black Mineral. The Rock Shop. This place is so cool. They got so many rocks and geos in this store. A lot of attractions at the end of the street. Also the old general stores down here. We used to make a point to get a Pepsi in a bottle because they don't sell Coke. Oh yeah, it's still here. One of the original stores. Again, the general store. I don't know if it's open yet, but if it was, I'd go in there. Yep. This is a classic. It's one of my favorite things. Established 1986 right there, and in the window they actually sell Old Town merchandise. Very retro. Got a car on there. They do the car shows. Old Town, established 1986. It's your classic roadside gift shop in there. They got keychains, they got postcards, they got gators, they got all of that. Also saltwater taffy. That was a big thing. I remember like people coming back from Florida where they like family members, friends coming back from vacations, they would always bring us like saltwater taffy, because you couldn't get that in Indiana back in the day. That was a big thing. Bring me some saltwater taffy. Hey, I'm going to Florida. Oh, cool. Bring me some saltwater taffy. More like that. Oh, look. Kissimmee Popcorn Company is open. I don't know how old this is, but I always remember it being here. This could be an original Old Town store. I mean, look at that sign. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this has always been here. Oh man, that smells so good. Ooh, they got Coca-Cola in there. And over the years, here at the tail end of Old Town, these attractions have changed. I remember there being another roller coaster here at one point. You got the carousel. You got the classic tilt-a-whirl. Oh man, I love me a tilt-a-whirl. I don't remember there being tilt-a-whirl out here. It's just classic. Thunder Road. I always think of The Explorers. Great movie. Although this coaster has been here for quite some time now, I remember another coaster. And this looks fun. And it's got some age to it now. Also, you can just walk right over to Fun Spot and ride a bunch of roller coasters right here on this property. They've got a wooden roller coaster over there that I still need to ride. And this is technically part of Fun Spot America. All these attractions are a la carte. So you can pay for them individually, or you can get a wristband. You can ride all the attractions. There's a classic tilt-a-whirl sign right there. Thunder Road. When you get really close to this carousel, you can see the age. It's an oldie. Nay. All right, so I've done a quick walkthrough through Old Town, just pointed out some stuff. I'm gonna wait for these shops to open up. I'm definitely gonna go back to the old time photo, try to find the car and that jukebox from the Cadillac diner that I showed you in the picture. That's my main mission. Maybe I'll pop into the leather shop as well and the general store. Much ahead. All right, I almost forgot. Now this is a more recent picture. When I say recent, this is probably 2000. Yeah, about 2000 right here in Old Town. I got a caricature done right there. I still have it at home. I wish I would have brought it with me. If I find a picture, I'll put it in. But I got this drawn right out here on the 4th block of Old Town back in 2000 or 2001. There I am, a little older. That's my face. I didn't really smile much. Becoming a teenager. I'm sure you're dealing with that now yourself, or many people are. But that, I remember, was somewhere. This picture right here was taken somewhere on the 4th block in this vicinity. The old caricature spot. I think it was right here on the sidewalk, somewhere in this vicinity. That's what I remember. Could be wrong, but when I think about this day, that moment, every time I see that caricature photo, it was right out here. What a lovely fountain. And although I'm waiting for Old Town to open up, it looks like Fun Spot is opening up right over here. This is where you enter Fun Spot from Old Town. You can enter it in many ways, but this is between buildings 1 and 2, blocks 1 and 2. This is where you walk over towards the east to enter Fun Spot. Rock and roll. There's a Cadillac. Look at that. Is that the Cadillac in the photos? I doubt it. It's still a Cadillac though. And to my knowledge, this right here is the only thing that was here back in 1993. Basically a giant swing. They pull you up in a harness right up there to that pole, and then you just gotta... I have rarely seen anyone doing this lately. Does anyone do this anymore? I'm sure they do. I would definitely try it. If I could GoPro it and take you guys with me, I will definitely do it. I mean, I don't know a lot of people have done this. And I think the only people I know that have done it said they peed their pants, so. I can imagine, you're just free falling. And I don't think there used to be a lake here. Was there a lake here? I don't know if that lake's always been there, but at least you fall in the water. So this is still called the Sky Coaster. And I get it, you're free falling in the sky. Got that roller coaster feeling. This is where you check in. They also have ice cold drinks in there. That's cool, I didn't know that. You might want to have a couple of cold drinks before you do this. I'm not opposed to it. Don't tempt me with a thrill. Maybe one day I'll do the Sky Coaster. Would love to do it for my first time here at Old Town. So here you go. Here's an example of what happens Up to 3 people in that harness, and you're just free falling, man. The Sky Coaster. Check out this hippo. Hip-hop Anonymous? I'm sure there's a gator out there. See any gators lately, hippo? Holy crap, I kid you not, there's a gator. Right there. Oh, that's as far as I can zoom in. He's got some moss on his head. He's a pretty good sized gator. There is a fence all the way around this pond, but there are gators at Old Town. Yeah, big fun. I always remember this monster truck. Look at the size of those tires. And it's Big Fun number 7 monster truck. This thing's classic. I think this was here before Fun Spot got here. I think this has always been here. All right, look at this. This may actually be the same bull that I rode back in 2005. They're testing this coaster. That actually might be the same mechanical bull I rode out here. I wish I had those pictures. My dad took a lot of digital pictures and they went right to the old computer we had, or they're on a memory card somewhere. For some reason, this was more effective than keeping on a computer. Imagine that. Because all of my pictures from the 2000s, 2010s are on memory cards somewhere. There's nothing like just printing out the picture and putting it in a photo album and keeping it for the rest of the time. Yeah, things could happen to it, but it's more convenient. And I think it's just more personable. Printed out physical media. Imagine that. Now, out of all the places I've shown you in Florida, this one right here, as far as Florida roadside attractions, has a special place in my heart. I grew up with it. Love this place. It's just 5 minutes shy of 11 o'clock. I've been chilling out here on this bench, getting today's video ready to launch, and someone just walked into the Groovy shop. Doors open. It's about to get groovy. That's a cool store. Doors are open. Just 10 minutes after 11, I was launching yesterday's video. Mr. Sushi Express has opened up. Also, the Latin Bistro Express has opened up. We got sparkle jewelry and watch. First stop will be past this little pina colada stand. Got a lot of beer in there. The leather shop. The Old Town leather shop door is open. This is a classic. All right. Yeah, looks the same in here. Hi. Always the same smell. Oh, it smells like the 90s in here. And for years, this Mickey Mouse has been in here. And I don't think it works anymore. I think the last time I checked it, I wish I had a quarter. But this Mickey Mouse display created for Walt Disney. It says, so it says. But this is a classic thing in here. I've shown this many times over the years. The last time, I think I got in a video the last time was probably like 6 or 7 years ago. It worked. It's a very roadside attraction thing, selling moccasins on the side of the road. I remember a lot of moccasin shops in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Tennessee area. Holy crap, look at this. Rambo 3. They got the Rambo 3 knife in here, 249 bucks. Okay, what can I do with that? Hunting. As John Rambo said in the First Blood. Hunting. What are you gonna hunt with that? A lot of cool stuff to look at in here. Not just belts, clothing. A lot of taxidermy. And we've circled back to Wound and Around. I'm gonna see if this old car that I showed you in my photo earlier is this one right here. Maybe they painted it right when you walk inside the door. There's a car. Some more cool shirts here. Oh yeah, I'd rock it. All right, a lot of vintage stuff. This car right here is a lot different than the one in my photo. It's a Chevrolet, not a Cadillac. Also, they got a giant statue of Marilyn Monroe in here. The iconic pose from Some Like It Hot. And Elvis. Hail to the king, baby. Man, who has cash anymore, right? Wish I had a couple dollars to throw to the king. I'm sure that's a fun time. Okay, so maybe the Cadillac from the former Cadillac Cafe or Diner is gone. Just wanted to take a peek in here. The last time I was in here, the jukebox was still in here. Oh yeah, it still is. It's hiding over here. All right, so here we are. This is another picture. We're inside of the Cadillac. And this was taken, that Cadillac used to sit right over here where this present day bar is. And the jukebox would have been over here against the wall. Now that jukebox is still in here. This jukebox, here you go, here's a better picture of the jukebox. This jukebox, I believe, is still in here, and it's right over here to my right, and here it is, 32 years later. That is the only thing that's still here from the Cadillac Diner, then and now. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so I have the picture prepped on my phone. My brother's holding like a little shotgun there. Oh man, Orlando J, little Orlando J. I've got like my Pancho Villa garb going on. I've got the bullets like extra around my chest. I've got a revolver, I've got a holster. Very realistic old time photos. And there's a buffalo taxidermy behind me. I always remember this clock in here. This is one of their backgrounds. It looks like the clock from Back to the Future 3. And this is behind the counter. They have all of the weapons, including one of the revolvers I'm holding in this photo. I think I see the shotgun my brother was holding. Actually, it's right down there on the bottom. One of those two right there my brother was holding. We got one person 45 bucks, two people 50, all the way up to 15 people for 300 bucks. You get two 8x10 prints. Also, for more, you can get a flash drive with prints. Guys, I almost spent 45 bucks and reshot this photo. If my brother's ever in town, or my mom, we all did it together. I would love to recreate that someday. Maybe mom might be in town soon. Spoiler alert, maybe. Or if she's not here soon, maybe sometime in the future, Mom, we could recreate that photo together. Maybe get brother to come. Much ahead. I'll make a video of it. All right, in between block 2 and 3 right now. Gonna head back over this way and check out the Old Town Arcade. It was all closed up. This is a classic. Only $1 to make him holler. Viewer discretion advised. Hello. Gosh, you're so classic. I wish I had $1. He will occasionally go off. I just missed him. I remember this dude scaring the crap out of me when I was a kid. It was just kind of jerks and wallers around an old Sparky here. $1 to make him holler. Who's got cash anymore? Although I think I do have attention. Ah! My ticker. It's $10 bill. The arcade. Wow. Okay. I remember there being like old school games in here. It's a little more modern, but hasn't changed much in the last 10, 15 years. I'm curious to see if you can get an ice cold root beer in here and fill it up in the frosty mug just like you used to. A&W. Used to have a A&W root beer in one of my towns I grew up in Indiana. I'm thinking Greenfield, Indiana. We had an old drive-in A&W root beer. All right, so looks like you cannot fill up your own root beer mugs in here anymore. They do have it in the traditional fountain here, but you see these kegs right here? This was an old tap. They would give you a frosty mug and you would fill up the root beer yourself. I remember doing that right here. I think it just got a little hard to keep up with. I can imagine it got pretty messy. Oh, she's really enjoying that ice cream cone. Look at that expression. Oh, they do have standalone ice cream in here. Also, there's another jukebox that looks just like the one I showed you. This one says A&W, definitely different. And you got the A&W root beer. The root beer and the root bear. He's on a barrel. Barrel, beer, bear, barrel. That's a lot of B's. All right, folks, so did not find the Cadillac, but was successful in matching up all the photos I have with me. I have so much more here from over the years. We would come here every time we come to Kissimmee throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, and even after we moved here in 2004, we'd come over here, stay a couple nights, go to Universal Studios, come out to Old Town, hoping to dig some of those old photos up and bring them back up here with an update. But for now, I am going to head over to Walt Disney World property to Magic Kingdom and meet up with my fiance. She's over there creating a video, and one of the main reasons why I'm sticking to Orlando this weekend is because I want to go visit with Chris at Walt Disney World. We were there yesterday after yesterday's video at Universal Studios. We went over to Animal Kingdom, and we had a really nice time. She made a video of that experience. It should be out by now if you want to check that out. I'll put a link in the description below to my fiance's channel, and that's what we did last night, and she's creating a video today. I love Old Town. I can't wait to come back. You never know when it's gonna go off. Ooh. Oh, that's so scary. I hear him breathing. Is it gonna go off? See how long it takes. Watch him sizzle. Ah! Gosh. But it's so realistic. What if that was like a dead body in there? Oh man, it does smell bad. Oh my gosh. Next time I come, I'll go inside the general store. I'm gonna hit up that Checkers before I leave. It's tradition. I'm gonna get me some French fries. Here we are, back at the OG Checkers. First one I ever ate at. Got a lot of pictures over the years out at these picnic tables, eating before we walk through Old Town. Those will resurface eventually. I went with a medium unsweet tea and a medium French fries. We always got French fries here. I love Checkers fries. The place has not changed. I'm gonna sit right over here. So before I end the video, this is gonna be at the very end. Someone's bumping Michael Jackson over here. At the very end of the video, I'll show you one more photo matchup, and it's not here. It's where I'm going. I'm gonna sit over here and eat my fries. There they are. Golden, seasoned, hot, delightful, delicious potatoes fried. Checkers and Rowley's right there. And you got the Old Town sign right behind me. See what I did here? First fry. Mmm. Oh man, those are fresh. Nothing like fresh French fries. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this video and going down memory lane right here at Old Town, USA with me. Hope you enjoyed the pictures. Hope you enjoyed the stories. Hope you enjoyed the fun. I had a great time. Thanks for always joining me for every video. Wouldn't be the same without you guys. I'm gonna wrap up this video, wrap up these fries. Oh wow, so good. And head over to Walt Disney World, meet up with my fiance. Please know that you're awesome, that you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through. Oh, I dropped one. Bird food. Back to it. Just know that there's always much ahead for you, my friend. Yep, talking to you. Stay tuned to the bonus features. Much ahead. Man, it is so good. So hot. Love me some Old Town. It's bright. Imagine if I filmed myself eating the whole thing. That would take a few minutes. Oh, trust me, I will eat the whole thing. They're so good they don't even need ketchup. And I love ketchup. I think it's safe to say they haven't cleaned their trash cans in 32 years. What do you think? They're definitely the same ones. Just want to add that the parking lot is now full at 12 o'clock here on Sunday, and the Vomitron is going. Not going too fast yet. I don't know if anyone's up there. Nope, they're just testing it out. And I want to show you the picture before I actually get to the location. This is a photo of the TTC entrance at Magic Kingdom in 1993. I think my mom snapped this photo. This is my very first visit to Walt Disney World. It used to be pink then. You're about to see what it looks like now. Because I'm going to park there. Parking at the TTC, taking the monorail over to Epcot. Chris is currently at Epcot. And we're going to do Epcot and Magic Kingdom today. So I'm parking here, taking the tram back and forth, the monorail. I'm going to Disney World! So this was 1993. Wow. 32 years ago. Then, or I'm sorry, now. And then. Check it out. Thanks for taking the picture, Mom. That's pretty cool. All right. To see the rest of my evening here, to see the rest of our evening, check out Chris the Girl on YouTube. I'm gonna leave the camera in the car and just enjoy the rest of the night. She's filming though. You can see my whole entire day over on the Chris the Girl YouTube channel. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you tagging along. There is so much ahead. We have only just begun.